Hey folks, back with another video. Let's dive into what stories got my attention. Now, starting with the big news of the day, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe resigns due to the health concerns. Now, considering that the top lawmakers in Japan were surprised by the news, I don't feel too bad for being caught off guard as well. Now, there were concerns about his health and what he might do. However, I had assumed that he was going to have, he might have just taken a short vacation to rest, but it seems he has resigned. Now, Japan is a stable country, and I'm confident whoever replaces him would be competent. Anyhow, I think I will be keeping an eye on the news from Japan in order to understand the new leader who will replace Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Moving on, Lebanon gets is already mired in economic crisis and the political crisis, but it seems it is headed for a civil war. A recent shooting in the southern parts of the capital have given energy to the Shia Sunni divide, which is an old issue that always erupts whenever politicians can't handle the deteriorating social relations. Now, the Lebanese people, in my opinion, need to solve the political and economic crisis, and they need to do this both through dialogue and also make certain sacrifices. Because if they do not, the Lebanese people will be heading towards a civil war. And once the civil war starts, it would give an open door to the Islamists to come in and cause havoc in the country, further raising the tensions of the sectarian conflict that already is present in the country. Moving on, in a recent viral video showing the Russian vehicle sideswipe an American vehicle, injuring US soldiers in Syria, raises the tension between the United States and Russia. Now, I don't like that we in the West are unnecessarily putting ourselves in avoidable situation. There is no real need for the US soldiers to be stationed in Syria. And in fact, what is our mission in Syria? Now, considering that Lebanon is falling into a civil war, it will seem that Syria will, in one way or another, get involved in Lebanon. And once Syria gets involved in Lebanon, then it will push the Israelis to also get involved in Lebanon. Now, I would urge the US to look closely at Lebanon and urge the Lebanese government to manage and solve their problem. Now, Lebanese president has signaled that he is willing to make deal with Israel, and I think that is a good sign. I think we should get more Arab countries to make deal with Israel. I believe we can do it. Moving on, there seems to be some clarity in the United States troops reduction in Iraq. Now, US officials said that the US troops in Iraq are to be reduced from 5,200 to 3,500 in the coming months. Something President Donald Trump had already said he would do. Now, I would urge the Trump administration to work closely with Iraqi government on security, on economics and infrastructure, and broadly various other issues. Now, the US should work with Iraq and forge a path where the old wounds can be healed. That is an important, I believe, a mission that the US needs to take. The US should also have a clear goal and work out a mutually beneficial deal. Now, the better the US Iraq relations get, the more peace we can see in the region. I wish President Trump all the luck. And finally, it seems Walmart is teaming up with Microsoft on TikTok bid. Now, the news alone raised Walmart share prices by 5%. Now, the deal, which is predicted to be between 20 to 30 billion, now acquiring TikTok gives Microsoft and Walmart an audience for ads, while also collect and while this would allow the collection and protection of user data according to the US law. But I think on the broader issue, I think it is time as a society we need to talk about how best to protect user data and make sure the data is not misused or abused, even if the company is Western. Now that's it for this video. If you liked the video, then hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for future updates. Write in the comments any criticism or anything I might have missed, any information. And I'll see you in the next video.